Hey guys, what's up? We are doing a city on Minecraft. So I've done a bit of planning for like the roads. And yesterday I probably spent about 45 minutes. Don't know why half of it's turned into dirt. Planning well that red outline, that massive red box took about 5 minutes. All of this took 5 minutes. Like I think that took about 20 minutes because I had to do working out. And so this took about 10 minutes. But to actually dig this out, I spent about an hour. I ended up getting so bored of just going like dig, dig, dig. Just like, just mine, I guess. That I just went, I'll just listen to music. Instead of just sitting there in silence or just going, I was just like, I'll just listen to music because I was just like, because I've got my sound off for videos and I can never be bothered to put it back on, so I just sat there in silence. So yeah, that's some of the plans. So yeah, I thought may as well just say that. So let's just say that will be a car park. And what does that look like? Let's just say a massive white rectangle. You do something on, but you get like you can be. Let's just say there's lots of them in the world. Pretty obvious. Let's just say football stadium. It's called football, not soccer. If you call it, if anyone puts soccer in the comments, I will crash out. So yeah, we won't do that. Well, that's like a soon. That's like later. That's probably about. I'll say we're gonna start doing that maybe 3 weeks time. I don't know really. I haven't got any plans for the timing. So, what should we go for? I think we should go for that. So, all of this massive red box is all like the main city, and then here's the city centre. So, well, we may as well start at the city centre. It's our first skyscraper. This is going to be more inspired by London, but also a bit like New York. It'll probably be a mixture of cities. You'll notice like similarities too. And just to say, that is not the top. Well, at least the shadows are way better. But now you know when you're perfect in line. Because the shadows used to be just wacky. On Bedrock, they used to be. They've always been good on Java, I'm pretty sure. Bedrock's like better, I think. Java's got more like unreal. I think Bedrock's more realism, and Java's more fun. So if you're playing to do something realistic, I'd recommend you like get probably Java if you're getting a. Wait, what did I say first? Did I say if you? Well, if you're playing for realism, get Bedrock. actually. Mainly most skyscrapers are gonna be hotels. I really like like giant hotels, but there will be the odd maybe 10 office. Well, looking at the amount of space, because if you've watched any of the videos in the old city, you'll know there was a massive football stadium, but it was right in the middle of town or the city, which isn't actually realistic. Right after I'd fully built the stadium, I saw a video on YouTube where it said, "Do not put any stadiums near the city centre." I was like, "Great, too late now, because I'm not destroying that thing and rebuilding it." And we don't have copy paste them Bedrock, so I was just like, "Well, guess I'm cooked." So that's obviously why I've decided to move the stadium quite far away, because stadiums are never near like the proper city. Oh look, a skyscraper. Oh look, there's a massive football stadium that probably holds about 60,000 people next to an office building where they have to focus and work. You know what I'm saying? Not very. Actually, no. This is. You understand what this building is meant to be like when it's properly started. Like, once I get the full, like, outlines done. It's actually a fact that. Wait, is the ground at 0? I'm gonna aim for this to be like near the height of the Spinnaker Tower. It's a place in Portsmouth. As you know, I support Portsmouth, so obviously I've seen it before there. And I've been up it, and it's like, I think the top floor is like 500 feet, so we're gonna go for a good like 400 feet. I don't know how many meters that is. And according, well, in my life, a meter in Minecraft, no, a block in Minecraft is, hey Siri, how many meters is in, what is the calculation I have to do? Hey Siri, how many meters is in 400 feet? 121. I don't want it, I'll put it like 2 blocks below 121, so we'll go for 119. Because I want a pretty tall building. How ridiculous does that look? Well, a hotel any taller than like 120 is kind of stupid. Let's go for 115. Jeez. I think that's actually kind of, I think 100 is right. Holy Jesus. That is quite tall, if I say so. This is only a hotel. I like tall hotels. I've been in a decently heighted hotel before. Can't remember what hotel it was. A pretty nice one. The pictures on Google of it were a bit. Well, the views on the pictures out the window were. It was in London, and the pictures of our room, well, my room, was like the view out the window was like the London Eye, Big Ben, and it was like, wow. Got there, and it was actually an office building. So all we saw, well, all I saw out the window was people walking through a building. I don't know, pretty lame, if I say so myself. So I'm not sure I ever actually did a video on that city on my iPad city, the city on my iPad, where there were actually that's the one with Fratton Park in, which is Portsmouth Football Stadium. You would have seen a massive tall building that was, and half of it was office, half was hotel. I genuinely think that's a pretty cool thing because it's like kind of rare. Like, I don't think it's often you see that. On a massive balcony here. One building and that one went to height limit. That was a bit of a dumb one though. That was more just a joke. That city wasn't very realistic because there was a bank across the road. It's basically like me putting this skyscraper and then it's about probably 200, 400, no, like 300 feet tall next to a 30 feet tall building that's probably only this tall. Yeah, it would look pretty stupid. Never do that. Never, ever. I want like a pool, like one of those. Aren't they called like infinity pools where there's literal glass? They're really cool though. We've all seen them on YouTube. You have to have. No way you haven't. I want one of them. Because I want this to be a fancy hotel that will actually be like remembered for. It will be one of the landmarks. And it will look over some really nice buildings. This won't be the tallest building in the city. We'll probably get one that we'll get in, like a tower one, almost like a Spinnaker Tower or Big Ben, you know. Something that's not just like a hotel or office building. I want something kind of fair as well. We will have a theme park. That'll probably actually be the football stadium's that way. The theme park will probably be over there, I would say. How did I not actually think of that first? I'm surprised one of the first things I didn't think of. I You'd expect me to okay, as it will be. I want this one to be kind of flat, but obviously there is that little bit there. Like you'll start understanding how we've done this within the space of 15 minutes. It's crazy. Ooh, like we've all. I bet you've all seen probably the YouTuber Incredible. I think that's how you say it. I don't think it's actually Incredible. I think it's Incredible. And the Building Duck. I'm hoping you've heard of them because they do cool cities, but the only issue is they don't show the building. They do show the building, but it's in ridiculous time lapses, and half of it's actually more like copy and paste, like pasting stuff in. So you don't actually get to see it like you'll see mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this thing went off. Let's just say I want there to be a doorway here. That's glass. And then there'll be a pool here. And actually, all this can be like, I want virtually see through, like white stain the glass. Like, I don't want it to be too see through. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be too deep of a pool, but I want it to be deep, like 4 blocks deep. And they usually have like a nice modern floor. Um, no, wait, why have I gone under there? And I want it to. I'll have a different wall though. Yeah, like this as the wall. Don't want that to stick out. And it will be one of those. I don't know what they're called. They're like just pools that kind of hang off, and you can literally overlook. And sometimes I think, how can they actually build that safely? Surely there must be some sort of safety system that we don't know about that they can't get over. Yeah, basically, this is what it's like. Why can I not place it like that? So literally, no matter how deep you are, you will be able to see. It'll be hard for people to see them from above, but generally, if you just are here, I promise you, it will be insane. I'm gonna move that back a bit, like, yeah, like that. I want it to kind of feel like a beach, though. I don't want it to feel like that. I want it to be more like a beach. I feel like that would be kind of cool. So we can use like a sandy floor. Like, I don't want it to be sand. Like, sandstone. Like it's not actually sand. Oh, like oh wait, oh oh yeah, I forgot the best thing to place around a pool. Where is it? Where's a loom? If you have ever been in a pool, you'll know there's always things on the side that kind of take all the water in and probably like spray it back out. I want something like that. Um, yeah, like that, and then this will be one of the like best viewing points of the city because this city's full realism focused. Maybe wood isn't great around the pool. I feel like we could go for something new, unique and get a smooth quartz block, place it there, and do that. Oh, and walk off the edge of it. Obviously, that won't happen. Oh no! Oh no! I want that to all be window, and we'll have a doorway. Not very visible glass. It's probably the most invisible glass in the game. But thinking of invisible glass, it just reminds you of all those videos where like little kids are going to meet like obviously people dressed up as like Spider-Man, and then they just walk into glass, and then Spider-Man, the fake Spider-Man, is just like, what? Have you ever seen those ones where there's like some sort of person dressed up as somebody like a superhero, and then a kid's walking, running towards him, like, then there's some like dude dressed up as some sort of superhero on the other side, and the kids don't notice the glass, so they just go, oh, and the person dressed up just goes, oh, it reminds me of a comment I saw in one of those. I was like, it was like a Spider-Man one, and somebody put his spidey senses went tingling. It just reminds me, invisible glass. That immediately came to mind. Just kids running into glass. This is going to be a cool viewing point of the city. I don't want any like windows here though. I feel like we could fill it with water just as a demonstration. As always. Don't You'll see what I'm doing. Because if you've ever placed water down, you know that the middle of it, if you've ever built a pool, you know the middle of it, if you don't use this method, is a pain. You have to like build up and then just, yeah, it's a pain. Let's just say that. That's why you should do this. Wood in the game does not react like it does in real life to wood, like to water. And then you break that, and then you break that, and then you break that, and then you break that. Let's just hope we don't break any of the flooring or windows. That would be great. Water just starts pouring down. Waterfall. Yeah, so you'll get in. You can't even see the water, really. Kind of just feels like you're jumping into a pit, just like that. I feel like we should maybe do this. Maybe do this. Oh. There's just like certain. So why this game is very blocky and weird. So why none of our parents understand why this game is so wacky. Splash. Oh, yeah, none of it. Okay. So you'll get in, and then you swim here, and then you just not very safe as that. I don't know what to do. Nobody is dumb enough to swim off, right? Right? People do hang off usually. I almost feel like it's better if we make it lower. So people can't do that. Yeah, you literally, people will overlook. Guess we'll have to put something small, like almost like a park. Uh, oh, I don't get why it turns like blue like that. You see that? Where it just goes like kind of blue like that. It's weird. Weird thing in Minecraft. I want smooth quartz to be the buildings like flooring. And it is insanely tall. The tallest hotel I've ever built is 110 blocks. This is 100, right? Actually, technically, the tallest hotel I built was probably only 50 blocks. No, it's actually probably 80. Because the one I built was half, the tallest one I built was actually half office. So actually, when it comes to the actual hotel, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be quite nice of a place. What we could do to stop people from falling off is like do place blocks above. Not only does that make it like so you can't actually jump off, you can actually get nice views. And then put that in the corner. And then get stairs and do that. Oh wow, that is cool. So now you can't fall off, but you can still, you just stay at the top, you can still get pretty cool night and nice views. Wait, Like doing that would be nice though. But can you fall off? That just feels too unsafe. No, yeah, it does. Feels too unsafe. You see what's going on here? There'll be a little platform there. So that will be window, that will be window, that will be window, and then there's a little platform there. That will all be window, that will be window, that will be window. That will be window, that will be window, that will be window. That will be a little platform, that will be window, 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 that will be window. Basically, pretend just a massive building that was a full, just like, let's just pretend this is a massive skyscraper. It just went like that. But then, at some points in it, just pretend they're the same block. There's little dips like that. So it's kind of like that. And it kind of gives the building some character instead of just being like this. Instead of it being like that, it adds like character to it like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that is probably the best explanation I've ever done in my life to anything. Because I'm actually rubbish at explaining. Yeah, that's just two. And then we will be using that as our roads. So let's just destroy all the wall. That'll be a 4 block gap like that. So and in this city, just to tell you, they will drive on the left side road. Because I'm English and I feel like I know most of my viewers are American. Like 50% of my viewers are American. Don't quit watching this series, I guess it is, all because of the side, all because of its English. Because the only difference to America will be that it's side of the road. And cars are probably the last thing we will build. Actually, I know an American YouTuber who accidentally built all the cars on the wrong side of the road. Nobody complains. I think you'd want to complain. And it actually makes sense that because I'm English. But yeah, this is a massive I I've been building cities in Minecraft for years, and I've always the center of the city, the main starting point is always what's it called? Not a roundabout. That's what we have in the UK. Junction. Well, that's not what they're called in America, is it though? I don't know. Whatever you call it in America. Well, I'm gonna call it a junction because I'm English. This is very English, but the only difference to it is what I'm gonna call stuff, and I'll build roundabouts. It's, I promise you, it won't be ridiculously English. They're probably, well, I don't know. What do you call this in America though? What do you call these in America? I'm really intrigued. I know crosswalks. Isn't it that or something? I am really sorry. I'm really bad. Put it down in the comments. I've never been to America. I don't know. But I don't know why. Ever since I've started building city, I've done about 4 cities, 6 actually, but some of them barely ever got anything done. The centre's always been um a junction. Well, this whatever you call it in America. Also, a lot of you are probably saying, why don't you build it off the ground? Because now you won't. If you ever want a basement in the building, you can't do that. Or an underground car park. In Bedrock, they added a thing where you can actually make flat welds deeper, like almost like as deep as an natural weld in Minecraft, but it will be flat, like a natural, half. So yeah, that's why my old city I built off the ground. Pretty sure I did. Think so. Yeah, I did. Well, kind of my current city, but this is obviously going to be the main, so I'll call that one the old. Don't ask. Something just didn't look right for me. It's just something in me just I don't know, just looked odd. I was just like, what do those mean again? Oh yeah, they're arrows on better than before. Not the nicest looking arrows. I'm not. I'm clearly not. As you can see, I'm not very great at building arrows. But yeah, that's how it is. It's just a lot of lines. Drivers will get confused. It's okay. Yeah, this will be the most realistic city I can get it. Or this will be not like there might be some goofy things. Let's just say there'll be. I actually haven't made a plan, but there will be a suburban area. So this is going to be quite a cool city, I think, and I well hope. Well, it's what I'm aiming to do. So yeah, this is coming along quite nice. We've got the outline of our first sky. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a mental city. There's going to be like a lot of stuff in there. There's going to be farms. I cannot wait to see the entire theatre. I'm just so excited for the like stadium. But I don't want that to be the first thing you do, because I feel like if that was the first thing, that's just like it's because I know probably most of you are excited for the theme park and stadium. So I feel like if I did the stadium and theme park first, immediately after I finished them, no one would really care about the series anymore. Why have I done that? Um, why have I put all the white lines on the edge? Absolute idiot I am. How have I done that? How stupid do I have to be? Our brains really are shrinking. The brain rot that really made it worse. That's probably the reason I'm so dumb now. Ever since then, I've been dumb and messing up everything. Literally, like, I just seem to make the silliest mistakes ever. Um, yeah, this is going. This is just gonna be a cool, like, this is like my, almost like my extra, because I've kind of, most of my channel is now Planet Coaster. But the thing is, most of my subscribers came from Roblox videos. Well, probably from my Roblox videos, I've probably gained a total, probably about 450 of my subscribers. I'll probably actually, from Roblox videos, about 100 from Minecraft, and then 200 from Planet Coaster. 1 and 2. 1, it's probably 70. 2, it's probably 30. So I've gained a decent amount of, that's just an estimate, I don't actually know. And I'm just trying to get out of 600s. I want to get to 1,000. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's kind of going to be the main center point. I think actually, usually the yellow lines end like right there. I think they always end like. I think we could end it here because we've done quite a lot. We've managed to get this whole thing in layout plans and then cross. So yeah, see you all. Oh well, actually, before I say that, what are these called? Someone put in the comments what they're called in America. But yeah, I'll see you all next time, and peace.